It's a beautiful morning, another week to be here. I feel so good, of course, and it's a Monday morning, telling you all the actions that happened during the weekend in the world of sports, from the local scene down to international scene. Of course, the market is still out and available for those who are yet to get a new player in their team. Talk about Europe. But before going deep into that, welcome to Sports Recap on Hills TV. I am Richard Badung.
And of course, it's a good one to be here this lovely Monday morning. Yes. I am Daniel Obasi.
Yeah, we saw some wonderful events going down during the weekend, where Nigeria's Toya Musong has broken the African record after clocking 12.41 seconds in the 100-meter women's hurdle. Amuson broke our own record with her third best run of the season at the Diamond League meet in Paris, France on Saturday. During the Paris Diamond League, Amuson blazed to victory with a time 12.41 seconds, in the world in 2022. Only behind world leader Jasmine Camacho Queen, who finished 12. Record been broken.
Of course, what she does is, for me, always spectacular. Every time she goes on that track, it's something different for me. And now, do not forget, she's gradually, every time she goes on that track, breaks Gloria Alozzi's record week in. So I think for me, she's also the first Nigerian to actually win the Diamond League. She won it around 9 months ago. And of course, breaking her own record is something we will definitely be looking toward for the Commonwealth Games.
All right, a big congratulations. Still talking about the local funds here. We are in preparation of the WAFCON, talking about the Women Africa Cup of Nations 2022. China-based players Desire Okparanozie and Chiwendu Ihezwo have been dropped from the Super Falcons ahead of next month's Women Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. This was actually revealed in a tweet on the official handle of the Super Falcons. Okparanozie, who was one of the 9 forwards called up for the by Randy Waldrum, that's the Randy Waldrum side, the coach of the team for the 2022 WAFCON in Morocco, was replaced in the squad by the Anam Imo, while Ngozi Okubi Okeogene was drafted in for Chiwendu Ihezwo. The Falcons began their training on, in Abuja on Friday, and now Okparanozie dropped for the competition once again.
Like when I remember Okparanozie, the first thing that comes to mind was when she was being stripped of the captain and bar.
All right, away from that, having other issues, let's move away from Nigeria now. Let's talk about Africa itself. We have this year's edition of the prestigious award. Talking about the Serimaf Awards will be held at the final of Africa's flagship women's competition. That is the Women Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco 2023, scheduled to take place from July 2 to July 23. The event will also coincide with the 2-year anniversary of the launch of the CAF Women's Football Strategy. The CAF Award is here once again. And this time it's in July. Who actually came out top and single-handedly scored most of these goals for his national team, the captain of Morocco.
Yes, he did well with the national team. I think he's just coming into the limelight. He's just coming into the scene. And you can't take away the fact that a Sadio Mane and a Mo Salah, they went to the finals, the African Cup of Nations. So we'll have to put that first in view before we go outside the shores of Africa. And I think that is what I feel CAF should do. Look at those who did excellently well in this African Cup of Nations. And then after that, we can then start looking at individual brilliance outside the shores of Africa.
All right, we take a look at individual brilliance. Just to let you know that the winners will be decided by votes from captains and coaches of the member associations, selected journalists, CAF Technical Study Group, and of course, CAF Legends. We just hope to see who are the finalists for this award. Of course, some people are saying for sure the likes of Sadio Mane, the likes of Mohamed Salah, of course, will make the list. Who other will make it top 3? As I said, Oshoala, of course, is looking out to be among those that will be in the other stage. Away from that one, let's talk about other stories going down the world of sports. We are away from the local scene now, away from Africa completely. England's Matt Fitzpatrick was swamped by his family after superbly holding up the world's best players to claim his first major title with a one-shot victory in the US Open at Brook Lane. The 21-year-old was also hugged by Rory McIlroy. on the 18th green as he became just the third Englishman in 52 years to win the sport's second oldest major.
I saw that victory for me, and it was wonderful. This is a young man, young Englishman who is doing himself proud. 27 years of age, and of course being among one of the greatest, third Englishman, and of course I want to say congratulations to him once again.
All right, let's take you away from there now to the Grand Prix, where Red Bull's Max Verstappen held off a late challenge from Ferrari's Carlos Sainz to win the Canadian Grand Prix. The two started the final 15 laps nose to tail after a late safety car, but despite heavy pressure from Sainz, Verstappen held on with older tires. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell took third and fourth for Mercedes as Ferrari's back off the grid. Verstappen extended his championship lead over Leclerc to 49 points. Red Bull's Sergio Perez remains in second place despite retiring from the race with an engine problem, but is only 3 points ahead of Leclerc. Now let's talk about Verstappen and now Hamilton. It seems Hamilton is out of the race completely.
I think for this season it's done. And then it's just so sad that we're looking forward to him, but I think it's becoming even more far at the moment for him. Now, there is a Verstappen in the picture.
Of course, but don't you think I will bounce back and get that?
This is a no. This is a no. Okay. It's a no-no. Verstappen has taken 49 points over Leclerc, who's already even... Where is even Lewis Hamilton? That is the question you even begin to
you know, the world of Formula One, of course, won't just write Hamilton off easily because he's a legend. Let's see what happens. Of course, a light heavyweight world champion Otto Beterbiev knocked out American rival Joe Smith Jr. inside 2 rounds to add the WBO title to his WBC and IBF belts. The unbeaten Canada-based Russian scored 3 knockdowns, was stopped with just over 40 seconds of round two left. The win sees Beterbiev 37 improve his record to 18-0 all. Now let's move away from there. Now let's talk about matches in the NPFL. 4 games to go. Rivers United 10 points ahead of Plateau United. Is there any room for the race?
There is no room. Let's just put it. There is no content. It is done and dusted for them. Rivers United stealing the trophy away. But even though they were held to a 1-1 draw, through Stanley Eguma, kudos to what he does with the boss. And then surprisingly, no away win yesterday. Out through March the 34th. And of course, like I always say, what is going on with that?
4 games to go in Yimba. Currently 51 points. You know, the Remo Stars looking like a team to go for the CAF competitions next season. Do you think Yimba can meet up in the next 4 games?
It's going to be hard unless there is a little drifter with what happens with the way Remo Stars play. But for me, I think Remo Stars, they've come, they are saying to the big boys, we want to be part of this. We want to enjoy from the spoils you guys have been all through this year. So we can just get to see them eventually playing on the continent next season. All
right, 4 teams been tied on same points. Niger Tornadoes, Lobby Stars, Dakada, and Hard points. Let's see who joins the likes of Mountain of Fire Miracles, as Canopy is just 1 point behind these other 4 teams. Of course, 4 teams, like you know, will be relegated this season as we wait to see the NNL and NLO, who will be able to go through the results. But this is what the table looks like for now. And this is the much we can bring to you this morning, as Chelsea are still looking out for Manchester City winger Raheem Sterling, and also Arsenal have completed the signing of FC Porto midfielder, defensive midfielder, that's Fabio Vieira. I remain my humble self to come your... Okay, let me picture this now.